Hello and welcome to the OceanEars Travel Show.
Hi guys. Welcome in, welcome in.
News edition. Dun dun dun. For the week ending January 21st. It will come to you on
January 24th,
da da da
2024.
Something like that.
Oh my gosh. Are we ever going to get thawed out over here? Are we?
No. We are, as we are recording this.
We record this a couple of days prior.
We record on Sundays, so as we are recording this, we are 5 days away from leaving for Icon.
Yes.
6 days away from being on Icon.
So excited.
So this show we normally post on Wednesdays. Next week we will be coming to you
live from the ship.
Well, maybe not live, but we will be coming to you from this show will come to you from Icon of the Seas next week.
I will be live from the ship. I don't know if the show will be live from the ship.
It will be a little bit different scenery next week.
Yes, hopefully there'll be some ocean breezes in the background.
Some
nice.
Sunshine at least.
Oh my gosh, we are what 6 days now in
6 days into winter
to Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon.
I mean, we live in the South, and we got 10 inches of snow on Monday of last week, and
there you are complaining about getting 10 inches.
It's still here.
Wait, what?
Our kid hasn't been to school since Friday, week before last.
No, work was treacherous all week.
I had to miss work on Tuesday. I left work early on Monday. Getting home was not fun. Yeah.
And it's been in single digits just about all week.
It has. And the roads are still solid sheets of ice. There's nobody out salting or anything. And it's just disaster. So
yeah, for you listening in the north, we do not handle snow the way that you do in the north and the south. It's a little different down here.
Yeah, we don't drive well, period. To begin with. The fact that when you add ice and snow on top of that, it's like, every man. It's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah, it really is. Our road crews here are not equipped like they are in the north to handle this because we just don't get it that much.
And I don't think that they prepare for this significant of an event because I don't think they have the salt, the brine, whatever it takes to help melt the stuff.
They don't invest in it because we don't get it.
Yeah.
So why bother putting the resources there if it's not going to? True.
But it's supposed to be 85 degrees in Miami next week when we get on Icon. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to shorts and
our bodies may go into shock.
Yeah, they may.
So but looking forward to getting away from this crap.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of news this week.
We do. We're going to cover quite a few things.
It's probably our biggest news edition we've ever done.
Yeah.
We're trying to expand on it every week. So
yeah, there's quite a few stories that we're going to start out with. Some are really, interesting. Some are just like little tidbits of things that are going on around the world. But yeah, well, let's just dive right in. What do you think?
Well, let's do it. Since we're on the topic of snow, let's just go ahead and stick with that. There was snow this week at Disneyland Paris.
Wow.
And that just doesn't happen.
I did see some pictures and it was like, I don't know. Of course, you know me, I cry a lot. When I get emotional, and they were playing like When You Wish Upon a Star, and it was showing the castle, and it was just covered in snow, and it was just magical, and I'm crying, and yeah.
They say that Paris only gets like maybe 3 snow days a year, period, and sometimes not even that. So this is a pretty rare occurrence.
Yeah, it was really, really, really pretty.
As I said all week, who pissed Elsa off?
Global warming.
Somebody needs to apologize to that princess because she's in a mood.
She is.
So.
She definitely blanketed the entire state of Tennessee. There was one instance, and this is totally off topic, but it's pretty
That's kind
crazy.
Of what we do here.
I know, we're always off topic. There was a point in time this week where every single district of school was not in session. There was no kid in school in Tennessee anywhere. That's pretty significant. Considering.
I agree.
Yeah. So
Your phone's ringing.
Is that me?
That is you.
No, it wasn't.
I don't have a phone. It has to be you.
I don't know. It wasn't going off. There's no missed calls.
We're professionals here, people. We are professionals.
So let's talk about something a little more light and bright. No more snow. Let's bounce on over to Orlando, and let's talk about the Flower and Garden Festivals coming up. They've kind of announced some things for that, which right now we are still neck deep in the Arts Festival over at EPCOT.
Which I know nothing about.
Which we've never been to, but it's the shortest lived festival of the festivals that they have in EPCOT every year. But Flower and Garden will be coming up next, and it starts February 28th. So that gives about 10 days between International Festival of the Arts and Flower and Garden, at which time EPCOT will be transformed into this beautiful space, which, I mean, I love EPCOT anyway, but
EPCOT's my favorite part.
We've been to the Flower and Garden Festival.
We have.
And the topiaries and the amount of...
Topiaries?
Topiaries.
Is it topiaries or tapiaries?
Topiaries.
What's a tapiary?
A tapiary? I don't know. There's a tapestry. That's like a curtain.
I don't know. Leave it in the comments.
Or a wall.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Anyway, just the amount of landscaping that goes on the Flower and Garden Festival is absolutely breathtaking.
It is. It's really nice.
If I can find a picture or something, we'll insert it here. But it's absolutely beautiful.
We got some from last year's.
But it runs from the end of February to the end of May.
We are going to try to go.
We hope to be there.
Probably not until sometime in April, I'm guessing.
But we definitely want to go. We had a fantastic time last year. It was kind of it's
probably the
kickoff of our whole shenanigans. It really was EPCOT Flower and Garden last year. We kind of went and started dabbling into, videography and all that stuff. And
apparently we need to dabble a lot more, according to a lot of people, because we're not very good at this stuff. But thank you for watching anyway.
Wow.
So hopefully it's getting better. I mean,
yes. So one part of the Flower and Garden Festival is the Garden Rocks concert series, where they have different artists come and will play over in the American Pavilion nightly, and they'll have like 2 or 3 shows a night. And there are some big names on this list. One particular...
And some not so big names on this list.
One particular that jumped out at me was Richard Marx.
Yeah.
Is going to be there March 3rd and 4th, which I would love.
You don't mean nothing.
To see Richard Marx. I mean,
it don't mean nothing.
Amazingly talented. Get it, boy. Is that all you got?
I am not Richard Marx, that is for sure.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, that is on March 3rd and 4th that he will be there. They also have some other cover bands and some people who were big but are not so big anymore, so it kind of runs the full gambit of...
Yeah, I mean, just looking down this list, you've got like Berlin, Rick Springfield, Modern English, the Commodores.
Rick Springfield still looks the same today as he did in 1985.
He does. You've got the Pointer Sisters, Blue October, Joe D. Messina.
She's still around?
She's the Plain White Tees.
Okay, I know who they are.
Simple Plan.
There was one that jumped out on me here. Foreigner's Journey. I don't know what that is. On March 19th and 20th and 21st. I'm assuming that's a cover band.
I don't know.
Anybody know?
Google.
Foreigner's Journey. I've not heard of that one. I'm assuming that they do Journey and Foreigner covers.
It could be.
I might be just totally making that up. So
Foreigner's Journey.
Have no idea. Also, the Pointer Sisters is on here. Flock of Seagulls.
Yes. Okay, it is a tribute band. Foreigner's Journey is the nation's #1 tribute band to Foreigner and Journey.
Hey!
There you go.
See, I totally made that up on the fly, and I was right. I do that a lot.
They are playing February 16th at the Key West Theater and Coral Springs after that.
I'm sure they're fantastic.
Yeah. There you go.
Also, Starship featuring Mickey Thomas pointed out at me. I mean, Starship's been around since the 60s. So I don't think this is any of the original members. And Lit. I didn't even know Lit was a band anymore.
Yeah. Hey, totally off topic again.
We do that a lot here.
School's closed tomorrow. Our kid's never going back to school.
I'm dropping her off at school tomorrow. I need a break. So,
But there are a lot of
there's a lot of bands.
bands.
Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much a band every night from the beginning till the end.
I tell you, if I could get just an overnight flight down to,
Oh, I'd love to see Richard
I
Marx.
would go see Richard Marx.
Lit. What was Lit's big song?
I don't know. I don't recognize the name of that band.
Yeah, you do. They were a early 2000s band. I cannot remember. Oh, Sunshine. Something Sunshine.
Oh, is that Wanna Steal My Sunshine?
That's it. That's the
is
one.
Is that it?
That's it. Yep. I didn't even know they were still a thing. That's the one I'm thinking
Is that really them?
That is them. Yep.
Oh, they also did that My Own Worst Enemy song.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool.
So yeah. No, that wasn't Lit.
No,
that was Lynn.
That was Lynn.
I was close.
Okay. My Own Worst Enemy.
Gotcha. Okay. But Lynn was a band too.
Lynn. Len was
Gotcha.
Steal My Sunshine. This is
somebody stole our sunshine here. That's what made it come to my mind.
Right.
Apparently. Wow, this has went on a very long time talking about this. I don't know what's going on here. We just keep going on.
1 hour later.
Here is My Own Worst Enemy. You
Okay.
recognize that?
Yeah,
don't
you're
you?
trying to get us.
I am not. That's just a brief snippet.
Sorry, YouTube.
I am my
There's
own
that
worst
copyright
enemy.
strike. We'll have to beep that. Thanks.
Beep.
So, anyways, the Flower and Garden Festival.
Definitely
What are the dates
looking
again?
Forward to that.
Give us the
It is
dates.
February 28th to May 27th, so it runs about 3 months there.
It is a great. It's my second favorite festival after Food and Wine. So
Yeah,
we look forward to attending that this year.
definitely.
So there we go. All right.
All right, now we're moving over to
We're going to go to Universal. They have a thing coming up as well.
Yes, they do. They have a festival going on over there.
They do this every year.
Yes.
Mardi Gras.
Nice. Mardi Gras goes on from February 3rd through April the 7th. So anyway, it looks like there's going to be concerts there and floats, and very much like old New Orleans.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. They have some pretty big names at their concert series too. Again, new acts, older acts, but it seems like that they do have some.
They've got some really
pretty
prominent
big
names.
newer acts.
Yeah. Look at this.
DJ Khalid is probably the biggest current that drops out, but also that Louis Fonsi.
Fonzie. Oh.
Isn't that Despacito guy?
Despacito. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know the words.
What was that?
I know.
Pretty sure that was not Spanish at all.
No, it's not.
But all
Favorito, baby. That's all I know.
they had Walker Hayes. I've heard of him.
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah. The All American Rejects. I didn't know that they were a band anymore. And here's one that's in the news today. Ellie King.
Elle King.
Elle King. I don't know who this chick is. I've seen her.
She's Rob Schneider's daughter.
I knew that,
Okay.
and I've seen her, but I've never heard a single song that she does. Is she country? Is she rock?
She's country, but yeah, right now she is in the hot seat.
Not my cup of tea.
So we can dive off into this tangent if you want to.
Go ahead, and I'll let you have at it.
So Elle King is a country singer, and recently, this past Friday, there was a tribute to Dolly Parton held at the Ryman for the Opry, and it's Dolly Parton's birthday, so several artists were slated to perform some of Dolly's biggest songs, and Elle King was one of them. However, she got up on the stage and was clearly in a drunken stupor. She was slurring her words. She was, mocking the crowd. You can see videos of this all over social media, but it's really been in the spotlight. People wanting her entire world canceled. They're just wanting to completely cancel her.
Well, if you really want to get on the bad side of people in the entertainment industry, especially in Tennessee,
Mock Dolly Parton.
Dolly
Yeah.
Parton is a queen around here. So
She was dropping
and really across the whole
F-bombs
U.S.
and, just slurring her words and saying some really derogatory things.
Does anybody out there not like Dolly Parton?
Yeah, if you do, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I mean, really, who doesn't?
What? Yeah, Dolly's just done so many
So many wonderful things. Yeah.
She, takes care of the less fortunate in the area. She is
Again, I don't know what any of this has to do with travel, but it was just topical because it just came out.
It came up, and recently this just happened. So
she's booked now.
Elle King may or may not be there.
She may be canceled before we ever get to there. But Mardi Gras coming up.
Apparently, she has a drinking problem. Yes, I admit. Who knows that one from back in the day?
Okay. Wow. This video is not getting monetized in any way, shape, or form. She just keeps dropping them today. Thanks there, Robin. Got to beep all that.
Beep.
Well, this video was meant to come to you on Wednesday. It may not be here till a month from now because we're going to have to edit out everything. So what are we doing today?
I don't know.
So anyway, that's that. We're moving on. All these dates that we're mentioning, we will put in the show notes. So you can take a look and see. And we're moving on.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Let's stay at Universal though.
Let's stay at Universal because there are some.
We've got an update on Epic Universe.
We do. We've seen some ride testing happening.
Yeah, apparently the Yoshi ride at Epic Universes went through some ride testing this week. I think this is the first time that we've seen the cars on the track.
Yeah, with some weighted dummies, apparently.
Yeah. Not me. I was not one of the weighted dummies, but apparently it was on the track this week. So I could have been one of the weighted dummies.
I don't know why they didn't just holler at you.
Yeah, I'm available. I mean.
And I did see on some videos about the Donkey Kong
yeah, I've seen
roller coaster that's supposed to happen. And
it looks cool.
It looks really cool. If you've played Donkey Kong before, then you know that at several points, Donkey Kong and his little minecart skip tracks and they jump tracks. Well, they're going to have a system in place to where it's like a dual track coaster to where the actual, I guess, vehicle is traveling along a floating type track, but the mechanics of the ride are actually below that. So it'll give you the opportunity to look as if you're jumping tracks. So there'll be breaks in the track and you'll actually just go across it. So that, to me, that's really awesome.
It looks really cool. Everything that I have seen at the Epic Universe looks really, really cool. My concern is the same that it is at the regular Universal is I'm a little fluffy. Fluffy people may not fit.
No, you're not fluffy.
Oh, I'm a lot fluffy, but and that's okay. Everybody out there they're not blind. They can see.
We're fluffy folk.
Fluffy.
So
I'm working on it. It's a process, but I do remember you're talking about Donkey Kong. I remember Donkey Kong all the way back when it was just the Donkey Kong arcade game, which was the first appearance of Mario.
Absolutely.
Do you remember that?
I do. That's like what happens when you slide down the little flagpole at the end.
Yeah, in Super Mario, not in Donkey Kong. I don't know what noise happens when you slide down poles, Robin.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
Lordy.
So Epic Universe, it's well under construction. It is scheduled to open on time. A lot of these rides are going through testing. I mean, they're already starting to paint things.
Yeah,
this is going to be a park. It's going to be a competitor.
All done, but the shouting apparently. Just they're testing stuff.
Monster portals, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Nintendo World, of course, Harry Potter because it's Universal and they put Harry Potter everywhere.
Yeah.
But a lot going on there. It is progressing. We'll have some pictures here. So it is. Disney's going to have to do something to either update or open a new park, and I don't see them opening a new park. So I think some of the things there are going to end up coming.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of been teased over at Disney, but nothing in stone yet. It looks like Dino Land is going to officially get their makeover.
Yeah, it looks like that. That's
Look like
definitely.
that's a definite going to happen. It's looking to close somewhere in the later part of this year, and they're hoping to have a quick turnaround and have it opened at the beginning of the following year in 2025. But that's all speculation right now. So nothing for sure. But as soon as it does happen, we will let you know.
But it's not just Florida. Us local folk here in Tennessee,
Yeah.
we's getting some updates too coming up for 2024.
Yes.
We are season pass holders and looking
Over
forward
at
to this.
Dollywood. Yeah, Dollywood is going to be happening come this season. We are scheduled to go to Dollywood on the 9th of March, which will be its season pass holder preview day. We're excited for that. It's an update, a preview prior to park opening on the Saturday after. But new for 2024 is going to be a Dolly Parton experience.
Yeah, this has been under construction all year.
There's one area of Dollywood that has been completely shut off and closed to the public. But it looks like that there will be a new festival to come along with it. There's going to be an experience where you can go in and kind of see, the timeline of, Dolly's growing up and how she came to do what she does. And, she was on the Kaz Walker show when she was very young, and then, had the Porter Wagner show, and then, of course, ventured out on her own. But there's going to be a lot of stuff geared towards our mama queen, Miss Dolly. So we're very much looking forward to that.
I bet you I know who won't be performing at Dollywood.
Yeah, I bet so too.
So, in addition to the new Dolly Parton experience that'll be opening, Lightning Rod, very popular roller coaster there at Dollywood, closed at the end of last season. It is scheduled to reopen. They did some modifications to it. The launch system there was not working correctly since its opening.
Yeah, Lightning Rod had been plagued with downtime since its inception, really. It was supposed to be a high-speed launch up the hill.
Similar like a rock and roller coaster or some of the others.
It's very much a wooden coaster, but with a still aspect to where it would kind of use like a magnetic type system to help launch and keep the cars on the track.
But they also tried to launch it straight up a hill.
They did. They launched it straight up a hill. And so initially it went down because the launch speed was too great. And the ride was not safe to go over the hill when it crested. And so they modified it, and still it was down all the time. I mean, there was rarely a time when we would go to Dollywood that it would not be down for maintenance at some point during the day.
I've only rode this ride one time.
And that was lucky because it was down that day too. It just happened we were going by when they were opening it back up.
It is a fun ride, but the cars and the seats are extremely, again, I'm fluffy, but even for a normal sized person, it is
very restrictive.
What is normal sized?
Yeah.
Even my daughter, who is 10 and not large, she was uncomfortable in the seats because they were so tight.
They're very restrictive.
But it is a fun ride. But anyway, they're taking out the launch system. They're putting in a chain lift.
Yes, which should help its downtime, because the whole reason it ever went down was because of the lift of the launch. So this should eliminate that, because it's a high-speed powered chain lift, so it'll go up at a faster rate than most of your chain lifts that but it should definitely cut down on that need to be down. Really, the only time it ever has to go down now is for inclement weather. So we're hopeful for that.
So we should get a smoother ride out of it and with less downtime.
Yes, but we'll definitely bring that to you, hopefully.
When Dollywood reopens, they will reopen with the I Will Always Love You music
festival.
Yep.
Yeah.
The I Will Always Love You music festival. I got it out. That runs the March 9th through the 14th.
Yes. It looks like it's going to be a short-lived festival. It may get a longer stint, but typically you have the spring festival, you have a summer festival, and then a fall festival. There's not a whole lot of specific, festivals in Dollywood, but here with this return of the with the Dolly Parton experience coming in, we are definitely going to get some Dolly themed. And I would say,
Also,
hopefully,
it's supposed to be in that new trio show
oh, about her
with
with Emmylou Harris and
she
Linda
did an album
Ronstadt.
with
Yeah.
Emily Lou Harris and Linda Ronstadt.
So that'll be cool to see some of that.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping the Queen herself will make an appearance.
She
usually
does.
does. So we'll try to bring that to you as well.
They also, Dollywood's music has some monstrously talented musicians. I mean, not knocking Disney or anybody else, but the musicians at Dollywood are incredible.
Absolutely. If you are
A music fan,
and
especially country music, but really all
country
genres.
music, gospel music, you know, I'm not overly a religious person, but I will go sit down to the Kingdom Airs when they sing just because they are so fantastic.
They sound amazing, yeah.
Their harmonies are unlike anything else. I mean, I don't know. I just love music in general. So, and especially like 4-part harmonies, like quartets or anything like that, I'm all here for it because it's just, it tingles the hairs on my arms. So, yeah.
Da, 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 da. So that's got the theme park news covered for this week. We're going to move on to some cruising news.
Yes, we are.
Since that's kind of what we do here.
Right. I know that Royal Caribbean is removing Ben & Jerry's fleet-wide. That's been coming for a while now. But they are going to...
They've got the Scoops thing too, don't they?
Yeah, they're going to, they've got their own kind of version of a, ice cream parlor. So if there is a Ben & Jerry's on your ship, look for it to transition to just a, sweets, scoops, whatever, just Royal Caribbean kind of run ice cream shop.
I like the Ben & Jerry's, but a lot of times on the ships that we've been on, it seems like that ice cream's been freezer burned and like it's sat there a while. They don't sell that much of it.
No.
Which could be the reason for it going away as well. They just don't sell that much.
That is very true.
I know it's kind of expensive.
Yes, that was going to be one of the things I said is the Ben & Jerry's ice cream was, $5 or $6 a cup for a very, very small scoop of ice cream.
Yeah.
And, if you set your time right, you could go up to certain areas of the ship and get all you can eat soft serve. So what's the point of going and purchasing a $5 small scoop if
that's
you can
freezer
just
burned.
if you can just get soft serve up on the pool deck as much as you want.
This is part of Royal Caribbean's new Sweet Revolution campaign.
Yes. Which
ice
I don't
cream
know
parlors, chocolate
lot.
shops.
Yes, but they are definitely changing some stuff.
Also, construction at Blue Lagoon.
I gotta sneeze.
She gotta sneeze. Like we said, it's been winter here.
That was easy.
Anyway,
I'm back.
So,
man, that one came on quick.
Royal Caribbean is doing some construction at Blue Lagoon. Necessitates.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about Blue Lagoon is closing.
Oh, Blue Lagoon.
What is Blue Lagoon? I don't even know what that is.
Blue Lagoon.
That's your department.
Blue Lagoon is not a subsidiary of Royal Caribbean at all.
It's just a
But
port.
Blue Lagoon is a excursion in Nassau, and Blue Lagoon has come under some scrutiny because if you remember several months ago, they had a boat load full of passengers and the boat kind of capsized.
It sunk.
It began taking on water and listed, and everyone pretty much had to jump off the ship into the sea.
They were rescued very quickly. However, there was
a casualty.
But she didn't drown.
No, I think she had a heart attack because of the stress and everything that was going on.
Condolences to her family.
Yes.
Very serious situation, not making light of it.
Blue Lagoon, to my knowledge, has not reopened since that time.
But it is going to reopen, it looks like.
Yeah, I think there's just they've got to figure out some safety concerns and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carnival is working on streamlined
debarkation. It looks like they're trying to come up with some sort of way for people that want to be off first to have a smoother exit and still have an option of like an early riser dining time, like for breakfast. Because right now, if you've been on a cruise, you know that in order to be one of the first people off the ship, you're
You
going
have
to
to
have
line
to
up.
be in line early. I'm talking 5 a.m. or earlier. A lot of times you'll come into port around 6:30, and if you wait till then to get in line, you're going to be in a thousands of people long
At least
mass.
hundreds, maybe not
Well,
thousands, but
a lot of
a
people.
lot of people, a long line with everybody with bags. That's
Yes.
the trick there, the bags.
Because in order to walk off first, you do have to take all of your stuff with you. All of your luggage, your backpacks, whatever has to go with you. There is no porter option to take your bags off for you.
And we've done this,
We
and
have. It's
sometimes it's smooth as silk.
and it's still our preferred method to get off, especially if we've driven to port.
Right. Sometimes it's smooth as silk though, and sometimes it's not.
No.
Sometimes it's like walking through a thorn patch.
And
It just depends on the ship.
especially, when it's just he and I,
It's
it's
easier.
it's fine. Of course, we can get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, be out and find a place, where the line starts and sit there for hours until we get off the ship. When you have children, it's a little bit different because I'm hungry, I'm thirsty,
Right.
all of that inevitably happens.
And you're trying to carry bags and everything
There's
else.
limited options, very limited options for food at that hour. The Windjammer usually will open about 6:30. But at that time you're probably about to be let off the ship, so there's no real way to get food. Um, so I can see that this is a good idea. Now, they will probably try to monetize this, which is a thing that,
That's
it's
cruise
just
lines nowadays. They try to monetize everything they can. It's not
just
what it was.
it's just the way things are
But the
going.
demand is there, so they can.
Absolutely. If, you could pay a certain fee to have a prioritized debarkation spot to where you're guaranteed to have a continental breakfast at least and a spot to get off the ship very first thing as soon as it docks, yes, you're going to purchase into that.
And I, for one, personally don't mind paying for convenience.
For a service, yeah, absolutely.
If it's worth it. But it's got to be good, too. It can't be garbage. So that's the carnival news.
Now,
one side. Go ahead.
just caveating off of that, Carnival this last week has set the rumor mill ablaze.
Uh-oh.
Because
Oh, yeah. I did hear
they
about
did
this.
a talk about a multi-billion-dollar deal with I guess, what are they called? The
shipbuilders.
the shipyard. They've done
Spit it out, Robin.
I don't know, a multi-billion-dollar deal with a shipyard to produce 4 vessels exceeding 200,000 tons.
Which we're getting up into Oasis class size there.
Yes.
Not quite, but close.
Oasis and Allure register around 225. Wonder is about 237. Icon is at 250.
But these will by far be Carnival's biggest ships that they've ever built.
Yes. If Carnival exceeds the 200,000 ton mark, then yeah, it'll be Carnival's biggest ship line ever.
And you have to think that they're doing this to be in direct competition with Royal Caribbean.
Yes, even
their mega
Norwegian's mega ships that are coming out.
My question about this is, do you think this is a good idea? When everybody becomes the same, what makes them different? Carnival's got their thing now.
They do.
That they do really well.
And they probably, I mean, they wouldn't be trying to go this way if they didn't think that they could have a superior product or at least a comparable product. Because now that Icon has come out and everyone is loving her, and
But she's also the newest and shiniest new toy.
she
Will they
is.
still be loving her a year from now?
I think so.
Or
With
does
all the amenities that she's
she
offering.
does have a lot. Now does it reach a point though where people start to miss the nostalgia of the smaller ship?
And I think they do. I think there's still a certain clientele out there that will only cruise a smaller ship and absolutely says no to the mega ships. I think that's a thing. And I think that's for one why Royal Caribbean has already teased a new ship class coming in that's smaller. Because I do think that they need that. They need to revamp a smaller class of ship.
I agree, but here's the
Yeah.
is Carnival I don't think this is a good idea for Carnival is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
They're chasing somebody. It's better to innovate and be a leader in your thing than to chase somebody else. You don't want to be second in line. You want to be first or be if you can't be bigger, you want to be different. You don't
Yes.
want to just chase something that's, well, they're building a bigger ship, so we need to build a bigger ship. That's just a losing battle. I think Carnival's a party ship. Their targets are, obviously they do families, but their main target is party people,
Party people.
college kids, people in their 20s, people, Royal Caribbean's targeted families, Holland
Yes.
America's targeted seniors. And there's nothing wrong with any of these things.
I
Disney is targeted the Disney
Disney people.
universe people. There's nothing wrong with all of these things. I don't know exactly who Norwegian's targeting, but
Well, I mean they're targeting everyone that wants to try something new, I think.
I may be wrong.
Because you look at Norwegian and their product is freestyle cruising, whereas your traditional cruising is, you've got set dining times, you've got, this and this is extra, where Norwegian usually sells you a package where everything's included. So that,
Well, like Virgin didn't go after any of these markets. Virgin went after the no kids allowed market.
yeah.
Which is good for them. That's a good idea. It's original. There is
And
a need for that.
and they've been pretty successful.
Their ships look fantastic.
They do.
I don't know that this is a great idea for Carnival. We shall see. Nothing's been confirmed that the ships have even been ordered. But if
Carnival remains completely silent on this. However, I do see it coming. I don't. I agree with you about the following thing, but there's always going to be somebody to something first, and if it's successful for one, why not? Can it be successful for the other? Just because you think it's kind of,
I just hope
in
that it
poor
doesn't come out
taste.
and is a cookie cutter of an Oasis class.
Right.
That would not be good
No.
for them, I don't think. Because why would you go to the copycat when you can still go to the original?
Right. Well, some people just,
Unless they do it and the prices are just
the prices will be different.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I
there's
can't
already,
imagine you're going to build a $2 billion ship and the prices be any better.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. We'll see.
We shall see.
So, anyway, we're going to wrap this up with this week. We've got one more stupid story.
Stupid story.
Yeah. We're going to finish it up on a stupid note this week. We have a rubber ducky dilemma.
Oh, no.
It's been all over the place this
No.
week. Rubber ducky dilemma. No cruise line has straight out banned them per se, but this has been all over the place. This is dumb, but whatever.
Yeah, cruising ducks is a thing. If you aren't familiar with what
I
rubber
love 'em.
ducky dilemma is, people take these little plastic rubber duckies that you can buy in bulk on Amazon or get at the store, and they put a tag around them that says, you find or rehide or keep, you decide, whatever. And then there's a rubber ducky cruising page on Facebook, and people hide these all over the ship, and then people go and find them, and they find them, they rehide them, they take them home, whatever. Some cruise lines are considering this a nuisance, I guess.
Disney has not banned them, but if they find them, they just throw them away.
Yes.
I haven't heard anything from Carnival or Royal. Have you?
No, to my knowledge, everything is
Status quo.
still a go for any of the other cruise lines. If you want to bring them and hide them, you just can't hide them like in the water. It has to be, in a public place. So, where anyone can find them. And
To me,
yeah,
this is passing regulations where we just didn't need regulations. This is a harmless act. Let people have fun, unless you're doing something like throwing them overboard or throwing them in the pool, or
yeah,
that's a different scenario. But I mean, come on, let's just.
this is
This is dumb.
silly. This is just silly.
So yes, the rubber ducky dilemma of 2024 is underway. We will keep you informed, and we will see how this plays out. That's all I have for this week. Robin, do you have anything else?
I don't have anything else. Just make sure to socialize us on all our medias: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, ding dong, whatever.
Like, subscribe, notifications on.
We are going to be on Icon, like we said a million times.
Less than a week.
We are leaving here Friday, January 26th. We will not be back until Sunday, February 4th.
We will be doing this show from Icon, though.
Looking forward so much to being out of here and in some warmer territory. We have a lot planned to bring you. Like I said, we'll be doing a podcast live from the ship, and we'll be talking about everything Icon of the Seas. So yeah, if you have questions specifically about her, leave it in the descriptions, leave it in the comment boxes.
Why is it always her?
Well, yeah, they're all feminine. They're all feminine. All ships are feminine, I guess. Anyway, let us know if there's something you would like us to research for you. We're happy to do that while we're gone. Yeah.
Until next time,
friends. We'll see you later. Bye.